All right, I've got a quick question for you. So if you're a single guy, when was the last time you approached a woman in person and struck up a conversation with her? Now, I'm going to circle back to that in just a minute. But look, despite all the negativity regarding dating apps and social media, it's important to recognize that dating right now can actually be easier than ever before. The problem is that way too many guys end up getting trapped in their own thoughts, and that prevents these guys from putting themselves out there and engaging in the dating scene. Okay, so one more time, and let me know your answers down below. When was the last time you approached a woman in person and started a conversation with her? Not only that though, when was the last time you did that without the influence of alcohol? Because I would say that for the majority of single men out there who might be watching this video, the answer is probably never, or at least it's been a really long time. And that is exactly the point that I want to emphasize. And look, there's a lot of reasons for this, but men nowadays are a lot more fearful and socially inexperienced than ever before. And that results in way fewer women being approached in person. However, having the confidence and quite frankly the balls to approach a woman immediately distinguishes you in her mind. And ironically, it's also one of the simplest ways to attract and start conversations with women. I mean, look, if you see an attractive woman, all you need to do is walk up to her and start a conversation. It's as simple as that. Don't think of it as like trying to hit on her, right? Because that's just too much pressure. It's just conversation and she's just a person. You can literally talk about anything. The weather, the place that you're at, the car she's driving, or her dog. And even if you see somebody in the peanut butter aisle at the grocery store, find out whether she's team creamy or team chunky. And if you're out at a restaurant, ask if she likes pineapple on her pizza. And that's kind of a fun one, right? Because it's kind of funny, but also people have pretty strong opinions about putting pineapple on pizza. The whole point I'm trying to make is that it can literally be anything. Use anything around you as the conversation starter. And here's the reality. A lot of men spend a lot of time online debating the red pill versus the blue pill versus the purple pill, and questioning what women are even bringing to the table right now, and also questioning the value of even dating at all. And then those of us who live in the present moment and possess the courage and the balls and the confidence are winning the race, while those other guys are still standing at the starting line overthinking the whole race. Another reality is that men are letting all of this get to their heads, and it's causing an epidemic of depression. Because look, traditionally as men, we're taught from a very early age to not show emotion, push all your feelings down, and just deal with it and man up. And the fact of the matter is, having someone that you can talk to, like a therapist, that's completely unbiased, can help you more than you might even imagine. And today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% done online. And with BetterHelp, you can tap into their network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with all sorts of things that you might be dealing with or that you might be going through. To get started, it's simple. You just answer a few questions about your needs and your preferences. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from that massive network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether that's via text, chat, or phone, or even video. You can message your therapist at any time and then schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. And what's incredible is that if for whatever reason your therapist isn't the right fit, you can just switch to a new therapist at no additional charge and with no questions asked. And because they're sponsoring this video, they're giving all of you 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/fashion. That's betterhelp.com/fashion. There's also going to be a link down below in the description, or you can simply scan the QR code on the screen right now. Thank you, BetterHelp, for supporting my channel and for sponsoring today's video. All right, so the guys who are living in the present moment don't overthink things. They're too busy actively taking steps towards achieving their own goals. Now, think about it. We probably all know that one guy who isn't super wealthy and isn't exceptionally good looking, Yet every time you see this guy, he's with a new girlfriend. So how is that even possible, and how does he do it? Chances are it starts with a simple approach. So when this guy encounters an attractive woman, he walks up to her with confidence, engages in conversation, and then he asks for her number. It's as simple as that. There's no trick to it. And he meets these women during his everyday life. And he probably even told you that one story about that last girl he dated that he met at the gas station. I mean, let's face it, that guy doesn't give a rip about the red pill or any pills, and he doesn't watch dating videos or any videos on how to pick up women, and he certainly isn't bothered by toxic anything. But here's the important thing. Achieving the same simplicity in your dating life is possible if you can overcome your own obstacles. And I'll go out on a limb here, but my guess is that a lot of you that are watching this video might possibly benefit from copying what he does. Because once you get past any apprehension or any fear that you might have of rejection, the rest gets very simple. You have to shift that paradigm, right? Because here's the thing. Everything that you may have read or podcasts that you might have listened to, all of that stuff doesn't represent all women. And on the flip side, it doesn't represent all men either. There are still plenty of normal people out there just like you that want what you want, that aren't trying to compete with their partners. Now look, I will admit that the dating scene has gotten pretty noisy recently, and some people might think that we're in some sort of a dating crisis. But look, while it's important to understand some of the challenges, it's also critical to have a proactive and a glass half full attitude to be able to find meaningful connections. Because think about it, if you walk through life with a mindset of all women are toxic, that's exactly what you're gonna find, toxic women. When you focus on the negative, that's exactly what you're gonna get. And yes, things are a lot different right now because of course, technology and dating apps. And that significantly changed how people are meeting and how people are interacting. But along with some of the benefits that come with it, there's also some problems, like having just too many options and getting ghosted right when you think everything's going great, and having these superficial dates that never seem to go anywhere. And all of that stuff makes people feel sad, disappointed, and like they're not good enough. Social media has a big impact on dating also because there's this pressure to show this perfect image online, and then we end up comparing ourselves to other people, and then sometimes we feel like we might be missing out on something. And instead of looking for real relationships, people seem to be after the dopamine hit of this instant validation and all the attention they get through likes and followers. And because most of what I do is through social media, I can tell you firsthand that it's pretty easy to get wrapped up in comparison. You just have to have the awareness to recognize that and let it go. Another issue that always seems to come up is communication. I mean, text messages can be easily misunderstood, and also a lot of guys seem to struggle with finding a balance between like just enough communication and too much. And also with less face-to-face interaction, it gets pretty hard to build trust with someone. Another thing, online dating and all of that instant validation also brings in unrealistic expectations in dating. And I'm not even sure where this all started, but this pursuit of this idealized partner or this abnormally high bar person that people think they deserve 100% gets in the way of making genuine connections. All right, do this. Instead of focusing on all the negative stuff online, because those negative people tend to have the loudest voices, start focusing on these few things, starting with self-reflection. Take some time to pinpoint and understand your own values, your desires, and your relationship goals. Because having that type of self-awareness about who you are and what you're looking for, that's gonna help you choose partners that align with your values. Not only that though, you'll be able to recognize those people a lot faster. Next is to be authentic. Look, embrace who you are, your true self, and present it honestly when it comes to your face-to-face interactions. Authenticity is the key to genuine connections. And once again, because you have that awareness, it allows you to filter out pretty quickly all of those people who aren't compatible with you and what you're looking for. Work on developing effective communication skills. Find some audiobooks on communication skills like active listening, empathy, and how to more clearly express yourself and express your thoughts. Because look, once you start conveying your thoughts and your feelings to someone, the deeper the connection that person feels towards you. Maintain your patience. Life is a journey, my friend, and finding meaningful relationships is also a journey. And you might have to kiss a few frogs on your way to finding that true connection. And yes, there will be setbacks. There will be disappointments. But work on patience and resilience and understand that the genuine effort that you put in will eventually be met with the same genuine effort. And when that does eventually happen, you'll be ready for it. And just one more thing. If you haven't seen this video where I answer the question if a real man still exists today, definitely go check that one out. And look, as always, my friends, thank you very much for watching. Live well, and I will see you in the next one.